I've got to explain this relativity, uh, faster than light, inflation, multiple big bangs. I've got to explain it like a little bit better than I did on this playlist, because I started to send it to some people. First of all, like, if it was a few years ago, I developed a formula because I never believed that I could go fast, that I couldn't go faster than the speed of light. You know, and I gave all my arguments for that. But the formula was P equals C over X, and that was where P is the number of pulses that I need to reach a specific speed, and I chose C because I wanted to prove that I could go the speed of light, and X would be the thrust of my rocket. Now this was based on the pulse cumulative acceleration, and because at each resetting of the 0 point of origination, I would be accelerating from 0 relative to myself and everything in my ship. So I was allowed to continue in segments and increments by addition to breach the speed of light. And okay, and so then that's where all the rest of this came from. So the thing that I was just talking about here at the last video, and I was so excited, dude. I had just discovered it, like exactly when, like I was talking about it, you know, and so like I could hardly even breathe, man, and I was freaking out, but I couldn't even hardly explain like what I was seeing in my head, you know what I'm saying? And so what all of that meant was that when the Big Bang happens, then everything goes, the first explosion of the singularity, everything is going the speed of light. And then the second explosion of the singularity, everything is going the speed of light again. But this is the second pulse, so like everything's going the speed of light, but it's going match velocity. So the second point of origination, when it explodes again, it's allowed to go the speed of light again. It doesn't just go 0. It's allowed to go the speed of light again. And so from the mother point of origination, what I labeled M0, it would everything was technically going twice the speed of light. But from the very next following explosion in the chain reaction, it was only going the speed of light. So relative to everything else, or everything that exploded at that point, was not breaking the speed of light, you know, because it was only going the speed of light. But because of cumulative acceleration, or because from the mother point it already was going the speed of light, and then from the second point it was again going the speed of light. It was relative to the original point of the Big Bang, the mother point of origination is what I call it. Then it was going twice the speed of light, you know, and then so that M3 it would be going 3 times the speed of light, and M4 4 times the speed of light, and M5 5 times the speed of light, as the chain reaction occurred and each explosion occurred. And that's how you saw the inflation that went faster than light. But at the end of the inflation, when the chain reaction finally ended, inflation stopped, and then from that point onward through time in the universe, everything was only going the speed of light, because the final explosion of the chain reaction was the final point of origination. So what I was trying to explain is that I was trying to explain mathematically that inflation did happen, and that because I was mathematically proving that it happened, how it happened, and that it must have been a chain reaction, and that finally we can also go faster than the speed of light because it happened.